We'll call tonight's meeting to order. Roll call, please, Lisa.
Mrs. Slipka?
Here.
Ms. Burnett? Ms. Lynch?
Here.
Mr. Prather?
Here.
Mrs. Proctor?
Here.
Mr. Rose?
Here.
Mr. Schreck?
Here.
Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Tuttle?
Hey, stand for the pledge, please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to make note of executive session, October 21st, for personnel reasons. And any public comments regarding tonight's agenda? Right, then we'll move on to student representatives. And the first is Meadville Area Senior High. And Ryan Young, please.
For sports, girls volleyball has just started their playoff season. They had their first playoff game this weekend at Cochrane High School against Villa. The girls swept Villa, and we'll see Grove City or Hickory early this week in the semifinals. Bulldog golfer Ryan Ferry also performed very well as he finished the PIAA state championship 5 under to place second in the state and got his first state medal. He had a total of 137 strokes for the 2 days and sets the second lowest score record for the PIAA for Heritage Hills Golf Course. Bulldog football has also started their playoff season, taking on Warren last Saturday. They took the win with a score of 49-7. The Dogs move on to the D10 5A title game at Franklin this weekend. Cross-country runners Pat Stevens and Matt Patullo qualified for the state PIAA state championship this Saturday at Hershey. The girls soccer team also started their playoff season tonight against Hickory at Franklin. We wish all the teams best of luck as they start their playoff seasons. Band also performed the best they had, according to Ace Reese, at their home band show on Saturday, October 12th. Also, the career fair went on in this month. We had over 40 colleges, militaries, and technical schools there to attend and show their stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cochranton Junior Senior High School, Kaylin Rose.
Good evening. It's been a busy fall at Cochranton High School. The girls volleyball just finished their regular season with a 10-4 record overall and finished second in Region 1. They play Cambridge Springs tomorrow night at Meadville in the District 10 semifinals. We had a young football team this year, and they struggled defensively and offensively, and they finished the season with a record of 1-8. Our boys cross-country team took first at districts this weekend for the third year in a row, and they beat Cambridge Springs, who got second, and West Middlesex, who took third. They will be going to Hershey this weekend to compete in states. Our marching band took first in their class and third overall at championships this weekend with a score of 88.43. And our STEM Academy this year is going to be doing a career project, and they will require all of their seniors to do a job shadow sometime this year. Some of our recent school events include our ALICE training, where Chief Beachy came in and went over the proper procedures in the case of an active shooter. We also went over the importance of taking action instead of staying passive. We also completed our ALICE lockdown on Friday afternoon, and we had an active shooter lockdown drill, and every classroom practiced blockading their doors. One of our upcoming events is our Veterans Day Assembly, and Student Council organizes the annual Veterans Day Assembly. This year, we are trying something different by seeing what the student body wants to learn about and sending questions to our speaker ahead of time. Thank you.
Thank you. And last is Meadville Area Middle School, Peyton Costello and Cameron Guffey.
Good evening, I'm Cami Guffey.
I'm Peyton Costello. 7th and 8th grade football. The 8th grade team finished the season with 1 win and 7 losses. The 8th grade team finished the season with a 3-2 record. Girls basketball was able to field 2 teams this year. The 7th grade girls finished the season 10-9, and the 8th grade girls also posted a mark of 10-9. The Halloween dance was held on October 18th. Students were able to dress up, have snacks, and boogie the afternoon away.
Lambs came home from the Halloween parade with lots of hardware. Our float took first place in the youth nonprofit category and first place overall nonprofit. Special thanks to Miss Brown and Miss Pierce for all their hard work on the float. Much like many other MASH activities, the MASH band had a busy and wet Saturday. They began their afternoon supporting the MASH football at their first round playoff game against Warren High School in Edinburgh. Congratulations to the MASH football team for their victory. The band then traveled back to Meadville to quickly eat, rest, dry off, and prepare to lead Pennsylvania's largest nighttime parade, the Meadville Halloween Parade. The 85-member band had a great performance throughout the parade as sheets of water poured down on them. Band directors and staff are very proud of the band students for the support they offered, not only to their school community, but the community of Meadville this weekend. The band is looking forward to what will hopefully be a dry week in game this weekend.
Red Ribbon Week is being celebrated from October 28th through October 31st. Red Ribbon Week is a time devoted to prevention and creating a healthy, drug-free future for America. Miss France and Miss Warren presented classroom presentations with MASH student leaders on peer pressure, making positive choices, and the dangers of drug and alcohol use. There's also a daily theme with a positive drug and alcohol message for students to dress up throughout the week. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to approval of minutes. Be it resolved that the Board of School Directors of Crawford Central School District hereby approves the following minutes: the regular board meeting of September 23rd, 2019, and the Committee of the Whole meeting of October 21st, 2019. And I need a motion.
So move.
Elwood, in a second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. And we'll go on to committee reports, extracurricular. Paula Jo, please.
Approval of the formation of the Echo People Club and the Environmental Science Club. Resolved that the Board of School Directors of Crawford Central School District hereby approves the formation of the Echo People Club and the Environmental Science Club at Meadville Area Senior High School at no cost to the district, and I so move.
And I need a second. Glenn, thank you. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Approval for the Meadville Area Senior High School Spanish Club to travel to Spain in the summer of 2021. Resolved that the Board of School Directors of Crawford Central School District hereby approves the Meadville Area Senior High School Spanish Club to travel to Spain in the summer of 2021 at no cost to the district, and I so move.
And I need a second.
Second.
Okay, thank you, Katrina. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Approval for the Copperton Junior Senior High School junior class to travel to New York City. Resolved that the Board of School Directors of Crawford Central School District hereby approves the Copperton Junior Senior High School junior class to travel to New York City on November 22nd through the 25th, 2019 at a cost to the district of $109.20 for a substitute teacher, and I so move.
And I need a second.
Second.
Thank you, Delwood. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We'll move on to finance. Jeff Rose, please.
Just the usual things here. Resolved that the Board of School Directors of Crawford Central School District hereby approves the following financial activities: the Treasurer's Report for September, the financial statements, and the payment of bills, and I so move.
And I need a second.
I'll second.
Glenn, thank you. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
And separately, the payment of bills for Girardi LP, and I so move.
And I need a second.
Second.
Rena? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And one abstention. So the motion carries with 7 yeas and 1 abstention. We'll move on to personnel. Be it resolved that the Board of School Directors of Crawford Central School District hereby approves the following personnel schedules: A, B, C, D, E, G, H, I, and M. And I need a motion. Thank you, Glenn. Second? Okay, thank you, Jeff. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. So at this time, I will turn it over to Mr. Washington.
Thank you, Madam President. Just a couple of things. I want to congratulate Libby Prather, our third grade teacher, who was awarded the Golden Apple this week, and we're very proud of her, and we'll let Ross smile on that one. She's an outstanding teacher. I have occasionally just dropped by her room, and she's fantastic. She engages kids. She's outstanding. More importantly, what I see from her is the love that she has for teaching and for kids. So it's just a wonderful award. We also had Barbara Kurtz, is it Barbara Kurtz, Spanish teacher, was recertified as a national board certification for teachers. That's not an easy thing to do, and so we're proud of her for recertifying herself as well. I'm going to let Mr. Tarr introduce, we want to share with you, we had a number of bus drivers from Girardi receive awards this year, and I'm going to let just Mr. Tarr introduce those names.
Last week was National Bus Safety Week, and with that being said, the Pennsylvania School Bus Association come out with their Safe Driver Handbook, their yearbook, and Girardi's had 6 drivers that made that list. So I put together their resume, and then I'll just go through their names. Thomas Dunkel, John Gordon, Robin Haddock, Nancy Lipper, Tracy Millard, and Brenda Mooney.
So these people are, if you see them around and about town, please congratulate them, because if you look at their resume, some of these folks have gone 10, 30 years, 15 years without ever having an incident or an accident. So I just wanted to acknowledge those. Madam President, the last thing I have to do is that, every year, the Pennsylvania School Board acknowledges and recognizes committed board members. And this year, for reaching the year of 12 years of school board service, Frank Schreck, serving the Crawford Central School Board, is being honored today by the Pennsylvania School Board, one of his favorite organizations, for his years of service. So Frank, what we have to say is that we do recognize you and we appreciate everything you've done. And so I want to give this to Mr. Schreck for his years of service on the school board. Thank you, Frank. So Frank, I'm going to ask you to hold off on the comments about PSBA. No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Madam President, that concludes my report. Did I miss anything, guys?
Okay. Any other public comment? Board comments?
I have a comment. I concur that the band played phenomenally. I'm prone to effusive accolades towards that group because my son's in it. But they did pour, it was pouring, and they continued on, and it was right one thing from the other. And not just the band, but the cheer teams too. They just kept going, and I really appreciate both groups and how they interact with the football coach and get everything going together in a forward-thinking way. So, thank you.
Anybody else?
Well, I guess I had better appropriately thank PSBA for this certificate of appreciation. And it only serves to prove one fact in my mind. I've spent 12 years trying to get rid of them, and they recognize finally that I'm doing a great job trying to get rid of them. So maybe everybody should jump on board, and we should never send them another dime. And I would like to thank Mr. Washington for enlightening me before this meeting, so I had time to at least halfway think of a response as well. And again, I'm going to go out begging for money for the Crawford Central Community Foundation, the Caring Closet at Meadville, the Caring Closet at Cochranton, and Miss Van Ort back there, who's doing something that fascinates me to present this to the public. Beyond that, it's a beautiful night. Go out and walk your dog.
Anybody else?
Yes. Speaking of the Caring Closet of Meadville, we had an event this weekend which, yes, some other people other than band members got soaked in the cold, pouring rain for hours. By the way, the band did do a great job, and I don't know how they do it. I have no idea. But After an event, Rocky Horror Picture Show, I raised $125 for the Caring Closet. I figured one of the more scantily clad movies in American cinema could only be celebrated by hopefully giving a donation to help close those in need. So I have a check here for $125 for the Caring Closet of Meadville, and would like to present it to Mr. Washington after the meeting.
Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I'll make sure they get it and make sure we do.
Anybody else? Okay, then be it resolved that being no further business, the meeting is adjourned at 5:45 p.m. and I need a motion.
Motion.
Glenn, second. Thank you, Jeff. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.